May I request everyone to please stand? Sino po ba? Sino ba? Ito. Ano mo ba po sino din ang anyone ang nasa siya masakit? May 8 record na rin. Kung wala 8 record, ibibigay sa inyo. Mabagal na ito. 8 okay, sunod ba na 0 na? Okay, for sibling, the title of study will be the Lord's response to the Gentile needs. It's in Matthew chapter 15, verses 21 to 29. For this evening, we will read verses 21 to 28. Men will start with the odd numbered verses, and then the women will be on the even, and then on the last verse 28, we will read it all together. Are we there? Amen. Okay, shall we start, men?
Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon.
And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, the son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil.
But he answered her not word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she cried after us.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me.
But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs.
And she said, True, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table.
Then Jesus answered and said unto her,
O woman, great is thy faith, be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour.
Let's pray. Loving Heavenly Father, we thank you for that as a student to study the word. Please allow us to inculcate in our lives to be this Gentile woman and the rest of the Gentile race who in the simple faith amazed by Lord Jesus Christ. May we pray, dear Lord, that each and everyone's heart will be open and minds as well as the hearing of them to be able to absorb. This we pray in Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Good evening. I thought I'd be speaking in the native tongue today, but when I saw Brother Martin, I have to speak the next language. It's unfair because when we went to Africa several years ago, for my second minute, I have to study Swahili. You should understand the Philippine language. Okay, since everybody has its own copy, okay, I don't have any A3 size to give. Because I've already fixed it. For this topic, this is the shortest preparation I have to under here. 2 weeks. I've always been asking Brother Igan, give me a month or a month and I have to prepare because I like to listen. But I thank God that within 2 weeks, I was able to get through and I'm getting used to it. Because every day I would see these messages from brethren over the phone. The messages from the Tikata Bible. And I also read that time every time My phone rings for a notification every morning. Where is that? Okay. To start with, after that feeding of the 5,000, our Lord Jesus Christ left for Tyre and Sidon. Was it Tyre or Tyre? Tyre. It's like the way the British would pronounce it, Tyre and Sidon. Tyre and Sidon, these are coastal towns. Okay. These are Gentile territories, mostly of the fishing industry way back, and until now it's still the same. And for example, this is the Lord. This was also the illustration and behind him by these apostles following him. And then all of a sudden, out of this lengthy course that they were traveling up, then came this Canaanite woman. Well, looking back, the Jews really have this hatred for Gentiles because they were treated as unclean, or should you say also referring them lowly as dogs. Particularly if you're in UK, when you're said that you'll be described as a dog, baka mapaway ka. Because you're someone who you're trusted. Someone who's companies unfit. Well, way back in Saudi Arabia, I heard one of our British managers who were only describing when Filipinos would follow his orders. He would call us you dogs. But it's not good. They would always go into a fight with Filipinos. For that matter, for the Lord to minister to Gentiles was no surprise. We can find this one in Matthew chapters 11, 17 to verses 17 to 21, particularly in verse 21. It says, Woe unto thee, Chorazin, woe unto thee, Bethsaida, for if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, you would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. Okay, these are the race which is unrepentant. They don't even believe in the Lord Jesus, much more the Jews, because what they perceive as a Messiah or a king would be someone which is born of royal. Yun yung pagkakaintindi ng sa Messiah or a king. But our Lord Jesus came as humbly as he could. To be born in an angel, which that they could comprehend why their king would be born in a manger, so they could be born in a castle or in a higher places than the lonely manger. Okay, and then for this study, the word dog, which is a term used to describe the Gentile, is used in two ways. First is the natural dog, and then the metaphoric dog. And then when we say natural, it will be the physical dog. It's for this one that's make it mild, because our Lord Jesus Christ would not call anyone dog. When you say dog, it's already a big dog. Just like domesticated ones when the Romans came to this Jewish and Gentile dogs, but for the study, the physical dog will be a small puppy. Okay? And for the metaphoric dog, this will be someone who is unfit, or those people with whose morality are in question. Wicked. That's how the Gentiles are described. Okay. For the natural dog, we can find a related verse which is in Matthew 7:6, which is, Give not that which is unholy, which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again. And for the metaphoric dog, we can see in Philippians 3:2, beware of dogs, beware of evil workers, beware of the concision. Okay, those are sample verses. Okay, though during that time, the emphasis of our Lord and disciples as well is to ministering the Jews of Israel. We can find that one in Matthew verse 10, chapter 10, verse 5 to 6. It says, "These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and in any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Okay? But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." This is our Lord's command to the disciples. But what happened? It was the Lord Jesus Christ himself who broke that barrier and went into the Gentile territories. And on his travel to Gentile territories, they met this Canaanite woman. Okay? On that, from there we will see how God demonstrated his way of breaking that barrier, so that salvation goes beyond the Jews and to the Gentiles. Okay? First, on the first on our outline is the demonized, which is the first verse 21 to 28. Okay?
Ulit mo lagi yung
The first block, the demonized. Demonized. The past tense. Demonized. Demon and Isaac. Demonized. With A. Past tense. Okay? This Canaanite woman came to the Lord, for her daughter was grievously vexed with a devil. When we say vexed with a devil, this is one common scenario in the Philippines. Mga sinapian. Sinapian. In which quack doctors would come in the form of albonabis or anything which uses leaves and incenses just to treat this poor victims to drive the evil away. Okay? But out of that encounter, our Lord Jesus Christ was amazed by the faith of the Canaanite woman, because she was so persistent in following our Lord. This is our Lord, these are the disciples. Then came in, we don't even know which direction they are. Maybe she was already harassing them. They would go in front just to catch our Savior's attention. She was not desperate for her daughter to be healed. Okay? Same is true as that if you would recall the story of the centurion with a sick church elder, which is in Matthew chapter 8, verse 5 to 13. To describe the centurion in the old Roman military hierarchy, he is seventh from the top. That means he still is that powerful because he commands about 80 to 100 men. In they are under legatus, which is a senator, or should we say in the modern day, military, it's general. And then, of course, the emperor is always on top. He's seventh in rank, that means well respected, because you cannot be a centurion if you're not wealthy during the time. So most of the centurions comes from wealthy family, because the next rank means you already are super rich, just to go to the sixth rank. But later on, this centurion became sixth in rank, because somebody on the higher ups was abolished. Okay, if you could see that one, he would really command respect. But here comes a centurion so lowly and approached our Jesus Christ. And of course, what happened next was history. His servant was healed through the intervention of the Lord Jesus Christ. That was also synonymous with this woman, Canaanite woman, the vexed daughter. And then next is point B. This woman's faith was big because the next block is She persisted in asking and trusting when everything seemed against her. Okay? We should note persisted. Persisted. Past tense again. Okay, we should note of the following. Okay? Her race is against her because she is a Gentile. You know, and also her gender is also against her. Most Jewish rabbis pay attention to women. So we can see from this scenario, blacks. The first black was her race, and then next is her gender. Okay. We can see from this scenario that treating women as a second-class citizen has already existed before. It's not just something which was created only now. In most Asian countries, we can still see this happening, even in Europe. I don't know why we should treat women as second-class citizens when they should not be. And then third is, it seemed that the disciples are against her. If you're going to look at the verse, it's very difficult. If you're going to look at the verse, verse 23. But he answered her not a word, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she cried after us. So we can see the woman's persistence here. Talagang sinusundan din niya ang Panginoon wherever he goes. Even though the disciples are driving her away, and even commanding the disciples, are even talking to our Lord directly, to send her away, which is somewhat a direct command. We can see here an attitude of the disciples, which is there should be a distance between a master and a disciple. But knowing our Lord Jesus Christ, hindi na naman. Kumbaga hindi na niya ininda. They went on with their mission. They just walked. But still, the woman was following them. We don't even know if the woman was already in front of our Lord Jesus Christ, begging on the floor with her knees already folded, or her face already on the floor, asking for Lord Jesus help regarding her daughter. Okay? And another, the last of laughter and Christ. Words might have needed that to believe that even he was against her. Christ. Okay, and the next two blanks there, and all of these obstacles was the first blank, only made her persistent in asking. Okay, now here comes the story of what really happened. Let's dissect verses 23 to 26. Obstacles and then persistence. Okay. Let's see, verse 23, but he answered her not a word, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she cried after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And then verse 25, then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. Last verse 26, but he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. Okay. Verse 23, but he answered her not a word. This is our Lord's silence. Silent treatment muna siya. Ginawa niya sa babae. Next. Send her away, for she cried after us. This is what I was talking about, the disciples' attitude. There should be distance between master and disciples, but the respect has to be there. Okay? You don't you don't give a direct command to your master. It is the master who gives the direct command to you. And then, number 3, verse 24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, this is as if the Lord's word is denying him. Okay, and last, the humiliation. The humiliating part is on verse 26. It is not meet to take. It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. Okay. To sum it up, our Lord God is trusting the Canaanite woman. Diba, sinubok niya, he tested until when this woman will give up her faith. But the woman really was persistent. Okay, what the Lord is doing? The Lord was not trying to make the situation more difficult. He was drawing out of her a growing response of faith. But that same thing is what's happening to our life. Okay? Our Lord Jesus Christ will not give us a problem in which we will not get through. Pwede lang mag-suicide ka. At di mo kinayaan yung problema. Wala namang problema, ibigay po na hindi na-resolve ba. Everything has a solution. Suicide will only make it aggravated. Instead of going to heaven, you will be the man, you will be sitting beside the man in the red suit. Not Santa, but the man in the red suit. Okay. Let's continue. When the Gentile woman says, Lord, help me, that was in verse 25, up to this point, Jesus had spoken only to the disciples. He was not talking to the woman yet. Because on verse 22 to 24, when the disciples informed Jesus to send her away, for she cried after us, our Lord Jesus Christ answered, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, let's again go further with that one. When we now since up to that point, he has the conversation was between Lord and Jesus Christ, and then on verse 26, when the Lord is answered, it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. This is the time that our Lord Jesus Christ already talked to the Canaanite woman. The conversation is now between them. Because the woman really was so desperate. Okay. Going back to the verse, if we are to interpret this one, it is not meet to take the children's bread. When we say children, our Lord Jesus Christ, correct me if I'm wrong, might be referring to the children of Israel. Tama po ba, Pastor? Okay? And then, the dogs would symbolize the Gentiles. Yun, wala na tayo malibon. This is an expression of the Jews about their neighbor, the Gentiles, which represent their superiority over that race. That means sila na lang ang magaling and no other race. If you would see until now, in Israel, Judaism is prominent. If you're going to look at Judaism, this religion really evolves in the in the what do you call this? In the atmosphere of exclusivity, as if they're the only ones. Just like in the Philippines, we have certain sects and sect, religious orders, congregation, mga sekta. When they say, join us because we're the only ones who will be saved when the rapture comes, which is not true. It's not only one, but I've been to a lot. I was able to join several of these, not join really for the sake of joining there, but invited. Even here, I was invited to one. Just to see how do they really interpret Lord's word, and only to find out that it's another exclusive club of survivors of the aftermath of the rapture. As if they're the only ones who's going to be saved, which is not. Okay, to continue. Okay, our Lord Jesus Christ would not use the term dogs to anyone, not even to the Gentiles. Using the term only here is to point out the normal hatred of the Jews against the Gentiles. It's been a long story of this hatred that until now, it still is outside this West Bank. Those are the Gentiles. Those are the ones who are still dogs until now. Okay? And but just like I said earlier, the word dog is mildly used here to describe us as small dogs. Because when you say dogs, these are small dogs are the ones which, for every time we have a meal, maybe you have already experienced this one. Every time if we have a meal and the dog's collar is on the loose, where will the dog go? Under the table. But the big ones, where do they go? They would go and stand on the chair and grab any food on the table. That's how they do it. But for this one, the Canaanite woman would humble herself to be among the dogs for the sake of her daughter. But to be termed as a dog, you will have to swallow all your pride just for the sake of someone whom you love to be saved. But as when I was reading this one, I got a bit teary-eyed kasi it's a similar experience which we undergo as parents, particularly when our kids are sick. Ako nga I would always pray to our Lord, ako wag na siya, just to ease the pain that a child would undergo when he or she is sick. Particularly when I go to hospitals and see sick children, I pray. Sana yung parents na lang. Hindi ko naman. Pwede lang, sana walang kinasakit yung bata. Mahirap. Lalo na pag when it comes to sickness of the lungs. Hindi makatulog yung bata. Okay, to continue, the woman's faith was so overwhelming, and the humility of being termed as a dog did not offend her. She accepted the fact that she was a dog just for the sake of her daughter, but that did not discourage her, particularly her faith. Okay? That should be our attitude. No matter what, our faith will always be tested. Our Lord Jesus Christ would always say to it that however you are tested, you should hold on to Him. We should be pliant like the bamboo. When we pliant like the bamboo, wherever the wind goes, even in the storm, the ones which will break are the small ones only, but the bigger ones, they will just sway. to the direction of the evil. Okay, we should always be resilient when it comes to trials. Never give up your faith for anything. Never ever. For in the end, you will see the outcome of your faith. What happened was her daughter was killed because of her persistence. Baka nga nung inaharang na niya ang Diyos. Wherever God would go. But our Lord, God was amazed. Okay, to continue, the woman, although she stands outside the elect family of Israel, because she's a Gentile, you know, we actually mentality of the Jews. They are the only ones which is superior and has this exclusive thinking that they're the only ones. Sila lang yung mga anak ng Diyos. Okay? She trusts Jesus' goodness would impart a blessing by intervening on behalf of her and her daughter. Jesus knows that the Gentiles' potential for salvation is no less than that of the Israelites. Okay. This is the thing that what our Lord Jesus Christ did. He broke that barrier to bring salvation, although salvation was particularly to the Israelites. He brought salvation outside the non-Israeli estates or the non-Jews. If you're going to look at the map, they're just outside West Bank. They just these cities are or nations are just sitting beside each other. From northeast up to south, nakapalibot lang sila sa Israel. And those were the places which our Lord Jesus went to conquer and make that barrier of giving to them salvation. Okay. Next is outline number 2. The sick and the handicapped. Those are the two. Sick and the handicapped. Sick. May sakit. Handicap. Past tense again. Yung mga disabled, yung mga hindi na makagalaw. Okay. Point A, the Lord went to, first doctrine is Decapolis. When you say Decapolis, these are the 10 cities on the east of West Bank. Then these are the cities, ito if in modern day, they are the ones sitting outside West Bank. The ones who's always attacking Israel. 6 are situated in Jordan. And then 1 is in, 2 is in Syria, 1 is in Israel, and then there's 1 in Golan Heights. And then if you see Golan Heights, there is one of these disputed territories.
Palestine?
Yes. Palestine. Okay, these are the 10 cities which our Lord Jesus Christ further broke that barrier and went into these Gentile territories. These are the non-believers. Okay, but among the non-believers came a multitude of people. The blind, the lame, maybe and all types of sickness. A multitude of people who were sick came there. And our Lord Jesus Christ was amazed. On the multitude of people who came. We can see this one in Mark 7, chapter 7, verse 31 to 37, which says, and again, departing from the coast of Tyre and Sidon, from Tyre and Sidon, he went to these cities, 10 cities. He came unto the Sea of Galilee through the midst of the coast of Decapolis. So it's this Decapolis coastal because it's there are parts which lie along the Jordan River, and then across going north we have the River. And then, and they bring unto him one that was dead and had an impairment in speech, and they beseech him to put his hand upon him. All of these people came to see our Lord Jesus Christ for healing. These are non-believing people, but they believe that the power of our Lord would heal them. And with this, our God was so amazed. Why? Let's go to point B. This is the contrast. The Gentiles, the first chapter, glorified Israel's God, but the Jewish leaders said that Jesus was in league. The second league, L-E-A-G-U-E, league with Satan. Imagine. League. These Jewish leaders are the Pharisees. Some modern day preachers would, they had a connotation with this Pharisees. They said, far to see. Far to see, Sadducees are sad to see. These are the people who are sad to see, and far to see, Jesus' teachings go to the Gentiles. Yeah, there are some preachers who would turn these Sadducees and Pharisees that way. Sad to see and far to see. They don't want Christ's teachings. They don't want to see Him doing this healing, these miracles, because they said that it was in the Matthew 12, 20 to 24, particularly verse 24 says, but when the Pharisees heard it, this fellow doth not cast out evil. They don't believe that he was casting evil. But instead, he said, but Beelzebub, the prince of the devil. Imagine, you are curing people, you are casting out devils, and someone will call you a devil. But to the Lord Jesus Christ, he won't mind. For as long as people get cured, then they get saved. That's part of his revelation. Okay. And out of that one, the last part of the part B, point B, the two black there is, our Lord's miracles did not cause the Jewish cities to repent, which we can find in Matthew verse 11, chapter 11, verse 20, yet the Gentiles believed him. That's the irony of it. The one whom you are expecting, your own very people, doesn't even believe in you. And you would go outside and somebody else would believe that you are the Messiah, you are the Lord, you are the deliverer and the giver, and their salvation. Imagine what our Lord Jesus Christ has to do. He would do all these things only to be insulted. Maybe if anyone of us here, I don't know what will happen. Sometimes in the office, I would, if I do something which is, should be say, profitable for the company, and I would, I even overhear people who cares about what Reybourne says. For me, I just shrug it off, or else I will just get into trouble. Ano yun, manipis yung pasensya ko. Hindi, God has never seen me because they are the arbory is a room which is 2 by 2 square meters, and then their room, and it's gypsum board. You cannot hear unless somebody is screaming. Maybe he would hear me scratch on that one. And then the last. Okay, out of this one, point B, we can see how our Lord God marveled through the miracles. We can see we can see our Lord marveled at people, at Gentile woman, a centurion, and then all of this sick. They have faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. This is what gained his respect to them. And then lastly, last part 3 is the hungry. Okay, the hungry. Gutom. Ano kayo, ano? Hungry? Hungry, age. Not hungry. Hungry. Now, if you would see from the